Welcome back to True Vine Talks with Rachel and Linda.
Yay! Happy to be back.
January, we are January 24th. We got a snowstorm coming. We got
Do
our gear, got our coats, got
I'm
our
prepared.
flashlights.
Yeah, just in case. You never know.
Praying no ice. No ice. Yeah.
hmm
hmm
Hoping everyone stays safe and warm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you need anything, give me a call.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Well, they wouldn't hear this. After the storm, they'll hear
Maybe
this.
after the
That's
storm.
real helpful, Linda. You're real helpful.
All
Goofy.
right. The
All
thought that
right.
counts, I suppose.
That's
Yeah.
I do
So,
think about people being without electric. I don't hope that don't happen.
yeah. Yeah. So we've got a question submitted to us, which we
Yes.
appreciate
Thank you, listeners.
for our podcast topic today. You want to
Mhm.
read it?
Yes, ma'am. You know how empaths tend to attract a certain type and can very easily be taken advantage of, etc. Once they start doing the work on themselves, learning to set boundaries, etc. How can they sort of avoid attracting this type if that makes good sense? I'm like, yeah, it makes great sense.
Yes, it does. Yeah. So it's like typically when someone's referring to like an empathic person, they're talking about a very caring individual that, maybe feels emotions very deeply, is very in tune with how other people are feeling, very sensitive to that. They can pick up on it and they respond, immediately to other
Mm-hmm.
people's emotions and needs. Right?
Immediately.
Yes, on the spot, right? Very flexible type of person. Yeah.
Yes.
And so you've got this giver, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
As an empath, and givers and takers tend to find each other in
They
life.
do.
So I think that's what the question is speaking to is like, if I'm a giver, how do I stop attracting takers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah. And we'll get into this and talk more in detail. I think the quick short answer is you don't. You just stop allowing takers to take from you.
That's
And
right.
once you do that, they're not going to stick around. They're going to leave.
Point. Very on point. Yes. Rachel's got away with words, and that's it's so beautiful.
You
Like,
don't. That's not going to be with her.
who was that, Miss Rachel?
I'm just laughing because you said Rachel's got away with words, and I was just like, my answer was you don't stop attracting.
To me, it's like beautiful. Everything Rachel does is beautiful. Oh, yes. I love our bond. I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
So, yes, like stop, like you as an empath are always thinking, how is what I'm doing impacting this person? What can I
Always
do
thinking about it.
to bring them joy? What can I do to make them happy? What
hmm
might I say, or what could I buy them? What could I, do that would make them feel good? Um,
Yeah.
and then this one guy on Insta Reel about empaths said, you tell me from an attachment perspective, EFT, he says they both have abandonment issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
I would
fear of
say,
abandonment.
yeah. Because I think, we're talking about empaths, it sounds like, and the taker would be someone with high narcissistic traits, you know,
Thank you. Yeah.
more. So we've got someone who's always other focused,
Yes.
empath, and someone that tends to be always self focused,
Yeah. So looking at self
And
in the
so those
mirror.
are both, I think, from attachment framework, come from early life experiences, early relationship experiences, experiences at school with friends and peers. I mean, you name it, relationships. You learn either in order to maintain connection,
Mm-hmm.
right? I must focus on the other and
Mm-hmm.
be flexible and accessible.
Good word.
That would be the empath. Or I can't trust or depend on anyone, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
I've got to just focus on me, myself, and I. And that
Mm-hmm.
would be the self-focused
Mm.
taker. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just got to worry about getting my needs met,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that more kind of narcissistic, right, type of person is focused on getting their needs met. The more empathic person is focused on how do I meet others' needs. And like, wow, obvious those two are going to end up together. It's a perfect pair, really. Just really,
Yes.
really, really unhealthy.
Yeah. And it's unhealthy for the giver.
Yeah. I think it's unhealthy for both. It's not healthy to be totally
That's
self focused and you're not getting real connection. You know?
mm-mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, and what Brene Brown says is that the narcissist has more low self-worth,
Mm-hmm.
narcissistic traits as we understand
Mm-hmm.
them, grandiosity, feels puffed
Mm-hmm.
up. They have lower self-esteem than the average person because they had to create this persona to
Yeah,
survive their childhood.
absolutely.
So that part of them is protective in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the ability to feel for others, well, they had to just take care of them to survive
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
emotionally, physically, or from some type of trauma like sexual abuse. So
Yeah.
they developed this puffed up. I've had people describe it as an alter personality almost, but they weren't splitting, like
Gotcha.
disassociating,
Yeah.
but they created this persona of toughness that
Mm-hmm.
helps them stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being generous, of course,
Right.
because we know from an attachment perspective that folks manage the best they can as kids.
We will find a way to survive,
We
you
will.
know, and
Mhm.
adjust and overcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're primarily focused, I guess, on the empath side of the relationship, since
Yes.
that's what the question is speaking to. How do I stop
Yeah.
attracting this type of partner that's always taking, always self-focused, right?
Mhm. I just wanted to
And
give a sidebar to the narcissist.
yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
And so I think it's like understanding that, you know, if you consider yourself an empath, you learned very early on that attachment and connection in relationship relies on access. I
Yep.
have to give complete and full access to my
Mm-hmm.
time, my energy, my empathy,
Mm-hmm.
all of it.
Everything.
And so the key here is that, like, you know, healing doesn't change who notices you, it changes who gets access to you.
Mm.
Because not everybody deserves your access, they have to earn it.
Yeah, yeah.
And just because someone has earned access to you doesn't mean they get to keep it. They have
No.
to maintain a right to that access.
Yeah.
And it's okay to take it away.
Yeah. Yes. Because what's happened, they get into this cycle of the giver constantly giving, and then they feel empty, depleted of their
Mm-hmm.
energy, their soul, their time, their mind, their
Yes,
spirit. Hmm.
absolutely.
And they start feeling like looking at that person and resenting them. Yeah. And then that's when that's when Rachel and I would have encouraged boundaries. There's a time to say no.
Hmm.
What are some examples, do you think, Rachel, of when we might say, that's not a healthy relationship exchange? When might we say that to the client? Like, what would be a big ask from the self focus versus the others focused? Like,
Oh
what might
gosh,
be,
I feel like there's so many examples. You're just looking for any?
yeah,
Yeah.
like what we normally see.
I would say the biggest red flags, so to speak, to me are would be speed or pace.
Mm,
Like things are happening like really, really fast, right? The emotional depth is going really deep, really fast.
yeah.
The amount of time we're spending together is all of the time really fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good examples. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the person feels like they're constantly, having to manage everything. I think the
Yeah,
empath is managing, you know, the resources, the time, the activities. I think they're the doers, anxious pursuers almost, kind of.
yeah,
Sometimes, not
yeah,
always.
yeah. Well, I think the pacing's important to me because like if it's a predatory dynamic, that
Oh,
relies on speed because you don't
oh.
have a chance to think.
Mm-hmm.
If
That's
you have a
good.
slow pace, you get to filter and process and be like, wait a second.
Yeah.
But if it's fast and it's passionate and you're just swept away.
Yeah. Swept off your feet, like they use the language in the
Hmm.
Hollywood. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, predatory. I had never thought of that language. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be like a dance, a mutual learning how to
Yes.
dance, the tango, like Dr. Sue Johnson talks about. It's a little
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah. It's like I share a little bit, you share a little bit. I share a little bit, you share a little bit.
You gotta
I
dance.
I give some time, you give some time. Yeah,
Look at us. We got it going on.
yeah, exactly. Not
Yeah.
like I'm sharing all of this stuff,
Yeah.
right? Or you're sharing all of this stuff, but you're never asking me about anything to do, from my past. And I'm just spending all my time and energy comforting you, trying to heal you, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna make you love yourself. Like, you know.
No. What do we know about that from a perspective like even the IFS? The self is the leader. And
Mhm.
if you aren't self-led, an empath coming in and trying to fulfill what you don't believe will never work.
Right. Hmm.
How does that land?
Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't be the other person's self.
Right. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in this type of dynamic, a lot of people do, right? Because that part of that access is like, I am responsible for other people's emotions. So if you have this very emotionally reactive partner, right, or that's what you're used to, and you
Mm.
constantly feel responsible for
Yep.
regulating their emotions,
And their
and
nervous
they've learned that they are not responsible for regulating their emotions. They don't want to be responsible for that. They gladly offload that and give responsibility to other people because that's what they were taught. Well,
Mhm.
then yeah,
Yeah.
that is you becoming their self, right? Like, oh, you're angry? I gotta fix this. How do I make you happy? Oh, you're sad? I gotta fix this. How do I make you not sad? You're scared? How do I fix this? How do I help you find peace?
Mm-hmm. And people can spend a lifetime trying to be the other person's self for them.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, not
Because
good.
because in being someone else's self, you're losing yourself.
I did that for many years as a kid, trying to make my dad happy. Yeah. Yeah. But he had had so much trauma that he honestly just needed therapy and treatment
Yeah,
because how do you know yourself when you're abandoned, beat up, all the things? I mean, trauma impacts people. So as an empath,
absolutely.
trying to puff someone up, build them up, make them feel good. I mean, it's the most exhausting thing you can do. It's
Yeah.
exhausting.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah. And so in doing that healing work, right,
Yes.
and not giving away immediate access, you start communicating your needs much earlier in relationships. You're not waiting until you're exhausted and just drowning in stress and you're like, I've had it, like I need more consistency from you, like I need this to be even. Like you're saying that at the beginning. You're setting an expectation for this other person, like, look, I really like where this is going. Things are starting to feel serious. This is what I'm looking for in a relationship. I need consistency. I need reciprocity. Boom, boom, boom. Right?
Hmm.
I need mutual respect and trust. Right? That is not going to scare a healthy person off. So many
It's
people
not.
think that if you are setting expectations for a relationship, reasonable expectations, like I just listed,
Yeah.
that's like lighting a citronella candle.
I
It's
like that.
only gonna scare away the mosquitoes, folks. The
Good.
butterflies are not gonna be bothered by that.
Well said. Yeah. Let's get rid of those mosquitoes.
Yes. Light
Good.
all the citronella, people. Light all the citron. Spray the DEET. I don't.
Yes. And when you're young, you don't know that.
Yeah.
When you're in your early 20s and you're dating and you grew up with a not so awesome childhood, you know what I'm saying? Somewhat dysfunctional, and most people have, then you don't know what you don't know. So I did see a really cool meme. It's like, stop blaming yourself for not knowing what you didn't know. Um, and so like what Rachel's saying is set the expectations now that you do know. And you do have access to boundaries and healthy living, and you're in therapy and you're trying to have better relationships.
Yes. Yes. I think people are afraid. They see boundaries as this like barbed wire fence or electric fence that's gonna like
Yeah.
hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm changing that. I'm changing that to a citronella candle. It's not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
just it's deterring the mosquitoes,
I
right?
like it.
The people that are predatory that are going to bite you,
Yeah. And take
right?
the blood right out.
Because something I've learned through reading is like the people that are going to take advantage of you, the
Mm-hmm.
takers, they're not actually looking for kindness. They're looking for access. And as a society, we confuse kindness and access. We think they're the same thing. You can be kind and not give away access to yourself.
I like
You
that.
don't ever have to lose your kindness.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're gaining discernment through
Mm.
your journey in therapy, right? And finding yourself, right? And
Yeah.
learning to set boundaries.
Yeah. You know what just came up for me
Please, what?
when you said that was Judas and Jesus. He was
Share. Yeah.
kind. He was kind to Judas. He washed his feet, gave him a good foot rub, knowing he was betraying him, knowing he
Wow.
was predatory, going to take the coin and turn him in, Jesus was still kind. That's what came up. And I thought, wow, even though, like what Rachel's saying, like Jesus had the ability to be kind without giving him access to his spirit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can be
Yeah,
kind and not give away access to all of your time.
that's right. And he didn't spend a lot of time talking to Judas.
Yeah.
If you read the red, he didn't.
Yeah. You can be kind and empathetic and not allow yourself to be responsible for other people's emotions
Exactly. And their choices.
and their choices and their behavior. It's not
Yes.
on you,
Thank God. That's
right? Right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. I love that. Can you say that again for our listeners, Rachel, about access versus yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good.
We confuse kindness and access. We think they're the same thing.
Right.
Right. Well, I'm being kind. I don't want to tell people no. So I will drop everything and show up for them. That's not kindness. That's access. You're giving them access to your time, your energy, your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
You can be kind and not
Mm-hmm.
give away access to yourself.
Good. That's perfect.
What does
I
that
love
look like? Someone needs me. And first, I'm going to check in with myself and see if I have the capacity to show up for them. If I do, great. If I don't, I can communicate that.
I love that.
I can say what you're going through is horrible, and I'm really sorry. Would love to be there for you. And right now, I'm going through X, Y, and Z, and
True.
I'm just not going to be able to show up.
Yeah. Like Rachel's raising a baby. Rachel's got wifely duties. Rachel's
Yeah,
she got a caseload. She can't
life.
be showing up for her buddy outside. Like, if someone, like a
Yeah,
friend asks you to come
right.
do
Yeah,
something,
because this happens in friendships too, right? Like if you've got someone that's always calling you and they just vent and rant for 2 hours straight, don't ask you how your day is or how you're doing, and then they get off the phone and you're just like you're drained, you're exhausted. That's giving people access to you. That's a perfect example of that.
oh yeah, that's a perfect example. And they like offload their dump truck.
Right?
All their junk in their truck came over. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah. So that question was good. Yeah,
Hmm.
we love it. Thank you guys for um proposing these things. So
Yeah.
we want to let you guys know we appreciate you and thank you for listening. It's good.
Yes.
So an empath, and just to reiterate to answer that question, an empath will not stop attracting self-centered people. They're going to likely attract people that are self-focused in the what Rachel said.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these people aren't just going to stop existing. And it's like, you're not going to have some force field around you that like prevents them from looking your way or saying
Yeah.
hello. But you, through the healing process, become much more selective
Hmm.
in who you engage with, who you choose to spend your time with. So you're going to pick up on, you're going to be like, that looks familiar. And I no longer like that behavior. Whereas
Hmm.
when you're unhealed, you're like, that looks familiar. I know this dance. In fact, I'm really, really good at it. Let's tango.
Well said. Yes, we attract our inner child's worst parent. We attract the parent we're trying to repair and heal from.
Yeah.
So we are familiar with the dance of chaos. I sure was.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So through healing, you're like, I know that dance. I used to be really good at it. I don't dance that dance anymore.
because you were
I
like,
do the cha-cha now. I don't
she
do
doesn't
that tango anymore. That's
cha cha cha.
right.
That's right. I'm not doing that particular dance. I'm doing this dance.
Uh-huh.
That's good, Rachel. I love that. So you'll recognize that dance as toxic to you, leaving you depleted. Therefore, you're looking for a butterfly. Like I love that analogy, Miss Rachel. You're not looking for a mosquito to just deplete you. You're looking for a butterfly that you can fly with.
Yeah. Before
Mm-hmm.
you would catch the mosquito and you would say, "Come here. I'm gonna I'm gonna teach you to stop biting." No, you're not.
That's good. They can't stop till they look at themselves and they can metamorphosize themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's that her inner child goes, if I can teach you to stop biting, I'll prove I'm lovable.
Aw, that's true.
Then you know in the growth, in that healing process, you learn I get to decide that I'm lovable just
Mm,
because I am. I don't have to prove it.
yeah,
Nobody else, someone else's behavior doesn't determine my lovableness.
that's good. Because so many folks don't believe they're lovable.
Yeah, I would say
Well,
it's
Rachel,
probably the most common core wound that we're working on in therapy. Yeah,
Rachel and I are here to tell you you are lovable
yeah,
and that God made you special. hmm So I want people to know they are lovable. So you don't
yeah.
have to teach people to love you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah. When you stop feeling the urge, I'll say, to like rescue people, fix people, chase
Yeah.
after disappointment, right? To
Yeah.
remedy it, the unhealthy dynamics lose their grip on you. That's the moral of the story here.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. People innately need to repair and heal their own inner wounds.
Yeah.
That's so good. What a great idea for our podcast. Thank you all for asking the question.
Yes. And we'll
Yeah.
finish our mini series here in a couple weeks. We've got a guest that's going to join us for that from
Mhm.
California. So stay tuned for part 3 of the mini series on fawning.
It'll be great.
Yeah, excited about it.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
till next time. Bye.